This is Bill Stevens, and today is really simple. It's just a Q&A talk, see what's on your mind, see what's on my mind. Nothing special. Who knows? Sometimes the best conversations come unplanned. So today we're midweek in March 2024. It's March 6th. And like many of you guys, educators out there, we have an upcoming uh, large group assessment, which I'm really excited. Can be very special for us. Uh, so that's coming up on March 13th, actually, which also is going to be my birthday. So it's the first time we separated middle school and high school in our district. So I'm pretty excited about that. I haven't had that situation before, but when that day is over, I hope I have enough energy to eat some cake. Maybe German chocolate, maybe some milk chocolate. That would be nice. Yeah. So that's going on. Uh, like many of you guys, you're preparing for multiple performances. I got we got our all city concert that is, I mean, we're a one high school district, so we have our high school. It's kind of like a pyramid concert for a lot of other schools out there, and that's coming up. We are going to be taking kids and competing at one of the theme parks called Busch Gardens Williamsburg. I don't know if you've been there. It's a lot of fun. Um, and we also have our band concert, which is literally 3 days later. So we got about three performances all coming up all together. And this is all after assessment. So we're excited about that. Overall, a lot of people get stressed out. I'm not going to lie, it's a stressful part of the year, but it's actually been okay. Pretty exciting. It's nice when you can be really organized and things are falling into place. Nothing's easy. I mean, no matter what, you're working your tail off. Um, so it's kind of fun being a music teacher. Like I said, this is just kind of like a brain dump. Maybe it's more for me. Maybe you can get something out of it. Probably not, but maybe so. We'll see. Whatever. Um, just on the content creator side of things, I've been experimenting with some AI out there, and a lot of stuff is really coming out. I mean, we had all kinds of things with ChatGPT, and then I learned about Notion, which a lot of students are using, kind of as a note taking app. And then with the addition with AI, and a lot of little things came out. And then my current favorite, my trendy one right now is Copilot, and they do pretty good anything like text related, and their visuals are actually pretty good. On the other end of things, not so much. But you know what? Um, I had to come up with I forgot to put together like a little mini guitar quiz. Well, it wasn't really, it was like a mini quiz. And this morning I was like, oh my God, I don't have enough time because I'm doing stations. And so I used Copilot and I said, I need 10 things that are educational and appropriate for a Guitar One class. And it popped out pretty well. I mean, everything made sense. There was one question that I needed to tweak, but it really was not bad. Uh, a lot of people shy away from the AI concept in education, but I mean it has a lot of advantages. I mean, I wouldn't say use it blindly, but it actually helped me out this morning, so it was pretty cool. Let's see here. I am looking forward to continuing this good year. So this has been a really good year for me. I got nominated for 2 Teacher of the Year awards this year, so that was a nice little compliment, and like a nice little thank you. So that was cool. I got a co-teacher that I work with, band director, much younger, and this is her first time doing assessment by herself. So I'll be going with her and just kind of backing her up wherever I can. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited for her and her group. Um, and yeah, so just kind of mix things up. I got this book. I've had it for a while, but I actually like it. Just to kind of mix things up on this live stream. Give me 1 second. Need to drink a little more water. Ah, delicious. Excellent. So I just wanted to share some of these. So hopefully I won't get in trouble with sharing these kind of books, but this one, and it may look like it's backwards. I can't really tell here. Practicing with Purpose by David Kish. So it has some really good ideas for you musicians out there, music educators. So what he's done is he's put together a book of how many different practice techniques. I'm looking at 36. No. 50. Holy cow. So there's Practicing with Purpose book. It's not very big. I would suspect, let's see, does it have a price? It says $19.95 in the US. Huh, that could be helpful. So just as a quick reference, let me go ahead and talk to you about a few of these. I'm not going to go over everyone. That's not really what today is about. So he sections it up in two big sections, so types of practice. So the section 1 was philosophies. Section 2 is strategies. Section 3 are tools. Okay, and so let me just kind of go through some of these. So section 1, practicing with purpose. Number 1 is practicing with purpose. Literally, that's a strategy. Number 2, motivation. Number 3, playing in the zone. Number 4, work the plan. Time. Number 5, time is your enemy. Progress is the goal. Number 6, musical mechanic. Number 7, mistakes happen. Number 8, matter over mind. Number 9, habitual habits. And number 10, eat that frog. That's not the first time I've heard that phrase, but that's not really the real money in this one. This is where the strategies come in. So number 11, chunk it. Some of you guys have heard that when you're rehearsing. Number 12, loop the chunk. Number 13, learn it backwards. Done that before. Did that today. Number 14, repeat after me. Okay, little play and repeats. Number 15, puzzle pieces. Number 16, blindfold. Number 17, audio assessment. Number 18, video assessment. 19, to beat or not to beat. Number 20, slower is faster. Number 21, pencil powered. So you're kind of seeing that there's a lot of really good practice strategies in here. And if it was me and I knew that, hey, the practice strategies were in that second section, I'd just jump into it. I will tell you, all of these are helpful for, almost all of these are helpful for ensembles. They're great, though, for personal practice. So I would definitely check that out. Again, I'm kind of just doing a brain dump today. So the other day I got this book. It's called Pass the Baton, Empowering All Music Students by Catherine Finch and Teresa Hoover. One of the reasons I got this bad boy was I was interviewing Miss Hoover on Music Educator Live, and we're learning about empowering students and making students more of the program process rather than the teacher doing everything. And it was actually very inspiring. In fact, she felt very confident about these. And Miss Hoover is completing her PhD over at Arizona State University. She is also completing her PhD. She's taught in Northern Virginia in Arlington School System. And she was a very good pleasure. So if you ever want to see that again, check it out on Facebook or YouTube. You can see that interview there. So let's continue the brain dump, shall we? If you don't know who I am, I'm Bill Stevens. I teach middle school band and I teach middle school guitar. I never originally thought I would ever be teaching guitar. I actually was one of those people that when I was teaching, one year I got asked to teach guitar with some other people. And so I kind of learned as I was going. I think in college, I took, it wasn't even a normal pedagogy class. It was like a class for non-majors. And one of my music education professors taught it. And I was just like, hey, would this help? And she said, yeah, absolutely. And one of the real goals was, especially when it's kind of like one of those secondary ensemble type situations, sometimes you have to stay a couple lessons ahead. And yeah, that we're past that now. Obviously, I've done this, oh goodness, on and off for probably about 8 to 10 years. And I like guitar. In fact, I like guitar a lot more now that I've taught it. I never saw myself as a big guitar person, uh, but I enjoy it. You get the basics down. Guitar is really not that hard. You get past the simple things. So one is the uncomfortable aspect of almost callousing your hands, because if you're using steel strings, you're going to want to do that. Okay. And just little by little. Okay. Not a lot. The other thing is hand placement, hand strength. So combination of just literally practicing back and forth, maybe even getting one of those hand strengtheners. I don't know if that's what you really call it. And then also um, get that philosophy of a guitarist. So and it was kind of cool when I finally got it. I was like, wait a minute, this is just, as a trombonist myself, this is like using your alternate positions or your alternate fingers. Uh, there's three main purposes or ways to improve changing chords quickly. One is same shape. One is keeping fingers in the same place, or and move very few fingers. And the last one is probably the most obvious, is literally practicing going from one chord to the next and then back and forth, kind of like if you were a brass or woodwind musician and you're trying to get certain intervals where you had to adjust the shape of your mouth and the airstream and this and that. um, it all relates. I mean, music's music, really. I mean, if you're good at whatever you teach and you got the deep down knowledge, you can transfer it to almost anything. I don't want to say anything per se, but I want to say almost anything. There's a lot out there that I don't know, and I'm going to fully admit that, but I'm willing to learn. So, um, definitely try it out. If you're not comfortable with something different, try it out. You can get creative with percussion. I mean, think about it. Percussion has how many instruments? I mean, shoot, you got your normal battery, you got your melodics. Anything that you plug into with electricity turns into a percussion equipment. I learned this in college. They turn them into I think electronophones is what they call them. So yeah, shoot, a microphone could be something like that. So a lot of fun, a lot of fun. And one of the cool things about doing live streaming lately too is I've gotten to know some amazing music educators. I've gotten to know some amazing composers too. And I'm really excited because I would love to network. I mean, if you want to network, I don't care if you're straight out of college, you're a very experienced person, you're not an experienced person, maybe you're just guided and you're learning and you're like, hey, I just want to get better. Feel free, hey, chat with me. um, it's great to get your network. And by the way, especially if you're one of those people that you got your degree and you're basically the only music person, you are the department, that's tough. I kind of got thrown into that my first year teaching in Louisiana, actually, and I didn't know what I didn't know. And so even if you're talking to people across the country, you know, talk to them, get to know people. Don't be afraid. It's okay. That's one of the biggest things about new young teachers is that they sometimes they're afraid to ask questions. They're afraid to look dumb or stupid. Okay. And there's not, if you're trying to learn and you're trying to better yourself, it's not dumb or stupid. That's intelligent. Okay. You need to ask questions. And sometimes you do need to make mistakes, and that's what people do. But um, from those mistakes, you improve something, anything, something little, and just build on top of that. Okay, the concept's not hard, but it's something that people do struggle with, and sometimes they need that little extra motivation to do that. So, um, as I'm brain dumping here, I also want to say, and I don't say this nearly enough, I have some amazing coworkers. I have some amazing people that have come across in my life. I just heard, and I don't know this person, but I taught, in 3 states, and I just heard someone from my school in Colorado just saved someone's life and got recognized at Whitefield High School. I actually don't know if I have this on here, but I think a lot of us, you know, we work our tails off. I mean, sometimes to the bone. It makes us cry, stresses us out. Sometimes we need to take pills just to keep sane. Um, and we don't thank each other enough. And a simple thank you is great. It'll get someone through the day, the next day, a week, month, whatever. Okay. If you're an older person or a younger person, maybe encourage people when they get to assessment. Uh, try it out. Try it out. I mean, it really does help them. If you work at a school, say I'm really lucky. I have another band director in my school, and she's a woodwind player, or that's her focus. My focus was brass, and we help out each other. She, for instance, she didn't fully conceptualize that as a trombonist, when you slur items, yeah, most of the time, if it's in the same partial, you have to lightly tone. Well, as a clarinetist on her end, that is not something that maybe came up in usual conversation, right? So maybe helping people by maybe listen and give critique. Did that with the choir teacher today. And I'll tell you what, I am no choir teacher, but again, music is music. You can take musical concepts and help. Obviously, you want to be supportive in any way you can, but phrasing, musicality, dynamics, all those fundamental components of music, uh, and sometimes our kids need to hear it from more than one source. I'll tell you what, my kids do. Um, Now, the cool thing is, it always kind of feels good as a music educator when you have a guest come in and they're saying some of the same stuff. Um, and then what's even better is if they come up with solutions that maybe you didn't even come up with. That's kind of cool too. Uh, but I mean, definitely offer your services in those kind of situations. I mean, people appreciate, and you'll get returns full. You may be busy, but you see someone struggling, help them out. Help them out. It's a great thing to contribute to our amazing music education community. I can't tell you how much. I've asked for resources, or I've asked questions on Facebook and different platforms where, say, one that really it struck me, and it wasn't like I didn't know certain things, but I asked, hey everyone, what are some sight reading strategies that you use? Okay, and yes, I got the, hey, we use, Sight Reading Factory. Hey, we use the STARS approach. But I mean, there were so many more, and all these little things nuanced together. Uh, for instance, in certain states that I taught in, we use the UIL sight reading music. And I always thought, oh, this is cool. But my music libraries never really had those particular types of pieces with a legit, like, it's this key, it's this range. You could always count on certain consistent aspects. Excuse me, I have a hair in my mouth. I don't know where that came from. I have a dog, by the way. Hopefully that's not my hair. Kind of awkward moment here. Um, yeah. So I actually, for the first time, I think it's based in Texas, and I obviously don't have it here. And uh, one of my reasons for actually purchasing this, thank you, and it was a music educator from Louisiana, of all places, um, and nothing against Louisiana. I'm just saying, I would have thought it was been from a Texas person, being as UIL. Uh, but I realized, I cleaned out our music library, and we have tons of pieces. A lot of it is probably suited for high school, but um, I got about 10 pieces, and we've been practicing that sight reading because it is consistent with, kind of what we're expected to do next week at our large group assessment. So, we want to give these kids the best tools and practice that we can for that. So, uh, what else? What can we brain dump about today? Um, that is one word I say a lot when I'm trying to think. So, hope you get used to it. Sorry. I want to say that my wife is amazing. And I never want to forget that in addition to a job that I'm married to, I also have a loving family, a small loving family that we're hoping to expand. We are actually building onto our house for a mother-in-law suite, and we hopefully will be fostering and or adopting soon after that. So we're hoping to that. Right now, we just have a dog, so we love our dog to death, but we'd like to have humans in that family as well. So, with that said, man, I really wish I had more to brain dump. I mean, this week was busy, but it was like paperwork. Uh, Maybe that's something we need to talk about. Hey, how many of you like are on your paperwork all the time? I want to say this year has probably been my best situation. I think there are other years when it was so crazy I didn't know what I really needed to take care of other than the basic stuff. So um, just crazy, crazy day. So if you're one of the people that actually jumped onto this live stream if you're one of those people that jumped on this live stream, thank you. Uh, One of the goals for this is I would like to get more people interviewed on the Music Educator Live. That's kind of what we call this here. This is not an interview show right now, but when I get guests, which I should have another guest coming up in a week, I'm just trying to slightly reschedule because we got asked to do an extra pep rally. So if you're a music educator out there and you're interested, please just go ahead and shoot me a message and I'll get you hooked up. I got a calendar. What is that app? Calendry app. I don't know. It's like a calendar app. Let me know. We'll get you on here. We can share your message with the world and go from there. Like I said, I love interviewing people. I learn a lot. I think it's good exposure for everybody. So if you want to advertise, maybe you wrote a book or there's something you do, you advertise a service, I'm fine with that too. So with that said, I think I have finished my lesson plans. You don't want to watch me do my lesson plans. Uh, I brained up everything I can think of. I mean, really, what's on my mind now? I'm going to change of pajamas, like probably most of you at this time of night, and I want to eat some food. Get everything ready and go back and start it all again, nice and early. I don't know how early you guys wake up, but I wake up at 4:30 in the morning because I have to drive 45 minutes both ways. Yay, yay for Northern Virginia traffic and stuff. So, anyways, I'm sure you're tired, but you know what? Thank you for listening. I'll catch you all later. Have a great night. Take care.